Boom. All right, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Crypto Convo, series where we cover exciting news and price action in the land of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. You guys, Bitcoin has been struggling a bit as we've been dancing around the big 50K mark, but there are a few metrics behind the scenes that lead both myself and many others to believe that more upside is ultimately ahead. So I ain't worried. I'm still bullish. Let's talk about why that is. As always, we'll quickly go over each topic we'll be discussing, and then we'll dive into each one individually. In front of us, the usual trading view, where we'll talk technicals and price targets, of course, for Bitcoin today, but I didn't want to just talk Bitcoin on the charts. Got to mix it up a little bit. So we will be closing it out with taking a look at Ethereum on the charts as well, okay? But in terms of news, in terms of articles I want to read through with you guys, Bitcoin is going to be our primary focus. The first article we will be taking a look at, CNBC, titled, Bitcoin whales jump back into market during cryptocurrencies rebound to $50,000. As many of you know, the reason whales are called whales in the financial markets is because they are the market movers. They have enough capital to move the markets. Not completely, but the actions of the whales can act as great precursors for what's to come in terms of potential price action, okay? So we'll kick it off by reading through this. This is a bullish article. And then the second article we have to read through is a little older. This is from August 18th, but it's still very relevant from a more macro medium-term perspective. This is titled by Cointelegraph, Bitcoin mining metric that has predicted every big BTC rally since 2020 is flashing again. Just read this right here before we actually dive into the articles and stuff. Give you guys a little teaser. The fractal setup appeared at the beginning of the Bitcoin price rallies in January 2019, January 2020, March 2020, and December of 2020. So, of course, you guys, again, this is a bullish metric as well. We are talking about a lot of bullish indicators. There are a few bear arguments that are floating around out there right now. But because I'm feeling bullish, I'm going to talk about the bullish news. You guys can go look up some of the bearish arguments right now as well, if that's what you want to know. But today, we are bulls. We are focusing on the bullish news, and yeah, we're just staying optimistic, okay? So those are the two articles we are going to be covering today. We'll cover this. We'll read through this. Kick off the video by reading through this one. Dive into BTC on the charts. Talk some Bitcoin price action after I give you guys my thoughts on price targets for BTC and scenarios I see playing out in terms of price action. We'll read through this guy because it's a little longer. After this, we will dive into the charts and talk Ethereum. And that will be the video for today, all right, guys? But before I do that, we'll ask you guys, as always, to please give the video a like if you do want to gain value from it today. If you're still bullish on Bitcoin, Ethereum, the entirety of the crypto markets like I am, subscribe to the channel. If you're new around here, want to catch more content like this, and we'll shout out the portfolio after, but gotta shout out the partners. It's been a while. The partners over at BlockFi. You guys, it's still crazy to me that BlockFi is partnered with the channel. BlockFi.com/Royce. You love to see it. But BlockFi, I was a huge fan and user of this company long before I was partnered with them. So don't just buy Bitcoin, earn it. BlockFi, the reason they were so appealing to me right off the bat is because you can earn interest on your Bitcoin. So obviously, Bitcoin is a great investment. It can be a source of income as an investment itself. But if you have your Bitcoin in BlockFi, like I do, a good amount of my Bitcoin is personally in my BlockFi account, just for full transparency. My Bitcoin is earning interest on top of it earning for me as an investment. So Bitcoin appreciates in value. Bitcoin goes from 25K to 50K. I get that 25K. But if it's in BlockFi, if it's in my BlockFi interest account, I also earn interest on that Bitcoin. So on top of the 25K, I'll earn interest on top of that, okay? So in my mind, kind of a no-brainer. If you're not using BlockFi, what are you doing? But of course, always go do your own research. I mean, this company is so solid in my mind. But again, just for full transparency, just for the disclaimer, go do your own research. Just be safe. But this is the calculator. This is what I always like to show you guys when I do the BlockFi shoutouts. Earn more from your crypto with the BlockFi interest account. Your cryptocurrency can earn up to 7.5% APY. Interest accrues daily and is paid monthly. There are no hidden fees, no minimum balances, and no reason to wait. So, interest calculator right here. We're on Bitcoin, but there's a whole bunch of stuff. Uniswap, Ether. You know what? For fun, let's just do Ethereum. So, Ether, let's say you got 10 Ether, and to keep it in there for 10 years. Again, Ether goes to $10,000. These numbers are going to be way higher because the interest gets higher, and of course your investment, the dollar value of your investment gets higher as well. So if Ether goes up, which I feel like it definitely will, I mean, this metric is definitely going to go up as well. But 10 Ether for 10 years, you are earning $1,000 in interest per year on 10 Ether. And over the course of 10 years, you're going to earn $10,000. So again, these numbers will go up, but at Ether's current levels, if for some crazy reason they stay at these levels for a while, I mean, you can earn $10,000 over 10 years on top of whatever your Ethereum earns you as well, okay, as an investment itself. Again, you guys, this is such a no-brainer in my mind, but do your own research. If you want to sign up, check out the link below, blockfi.com/Royce. Get up to $250 in free crypto if you sign up through that link. I, of course, get something as well because we are partnered. But again, you guys, if you haven't checked out BlockFi yet, even if you don't use the link, go check out BlockFi for yourself, because this is probably one of the most generational and influential and important companies in the entire cryptocurrency space, in my opinion. BlockFi.com/Royce. Let's call it there. Check out the complete portfolio daily newsletter if you want to know exactly what I'm trading in terms of crypto equities and crypto. You guys, support.com. I mean, support.com was actually absolutely ripping today. That was crazy. But regardless, complete portfolio daily newsletter. You want to know exactly what I'm trading, how I'm trading it, along with the newsletter, updated every trading day during market hours. $15 a month or $40 for every 3 months. Appreciate it if you guys check that out. First link down below. Again, the BlockFi link will be down there as well. Let's get into the charts after we read through this. Okay, so again, whales are coming back. You'll love to see it. The big dogs coming back into play. Key points: accounts holding roughly $50 million or more worth of Bitcoin have steadily increased their buying since the end of June, according to new data from blockchain firm Chainalysis. Bitcoin whale activity has been tightly correlated to price action this year, with larger investors often acting as a driving force in the market, says Philip Gradwell, chief economist at Chainalysis. Bitcoin hit a 3-month high this week, continuing its steady climb since mid-July. Bitcoin's biggest investors appear to be upping their positions as the price recovers. Quote, "The Bitcoin accumulated by recent large investors is related to the medium-term change in Bitcoin price," Philip Gradwell, chief economist at Chainalysis, told CNBC. Bitcoin whale activity has been linked to price action this year. Those larger investors were a driving force in the market until late February, Gradwell said. As big investors acquire more digital assets, prices typically rise over 28 days. When they sell, prices fall, Chainalysis found. Okay, so again, the fact that whales are starting to buy again is usually a good sign for the month ahead. Again, as I said in the beginning, the action of whales typically tends to act as a good precursor or predecessor for the price action that is to come, okay? And in this, again, 28 days is what Chainalysis is stating. Sounds about right. A month out, we will see the whales action. Likely, again, it's not guaranteed, but it's likely that we see the action of the whales kind of reverberate over the markets over the course of the next month or so. And because they're buying, it probably means that others are going to buy too. Okay, in terms of downside, because I did say there are some articles you can find on downside. Just with the primary thing here is the lack of volume. I don't know why volume isn't on my chart right now, but I'm not going to go through the process of bringing that back up. Regardless, volume is a little low right now. I would like to see volumes higher, but aside from that, Bitcoin, from just looking at the chart, looking at the tape perspective, let's get rid of all these bees floating around here, make things a little cleaner. But Bitcoin, from a medium-term perspective, is still in this beautiful ascending channel. Okay, and again, although we have been struggling a little bit since reaching 50K, reaching exactly 50,000. About $50,500 was the high that we saw a couple of days back. We have seen a sell-off since then. Of course, you guys, 50K is a very, very significant psychological resistance. It's not surprising that we are seeing resistance and 50K act as a ceiling. It's a big number, you guys. It's a very round number. Again, psychological resistance is equally as important as any other form of resistance, especially in the cryptocurrency markets. Okay, so regardless, we are still setting a series of overall higher highs and higher lows. Technically, in the short term, if you want to count this uptrend, we have just set in a lower low here in the past few hours. Again, high, kind of a low, but it's more sideways. High, kind of setting in this low, which is technically a lower low, but we've seen that for the entirety of this rally. Again, you see a lot of these like high, low, lower, low, but then we base out around here, setting an overall higher low. So what I expect to happen from a short-term perspective is that we come down and simultaneously set a higher low on the current uptrend while also testing support on this overall ascending channel. So again, this ascending channel right here, touch points of just touch points right here, here, creating the line of support on this ascending channel. Of course, the line of resistance is on the top. Pretty clean ascending channel. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we do end up coming down in the short term to test the bottom side of support on this ascending channel while also setting a higher low here. If we do fall, if we break support and we fall below, so I'll just say right now, if Bitcoin hits $44,000, I will have to become bearish from a technical perspective because the support on the ascending channel will have been broken and we will set in a lower low. So if we get below, honestly, if we see 45K, I'll be a little worried. Actually, if we see 45K, I will be pretty worried because we will have broken support. But if we break $44,000, if we see $44,000, again, I will have to be objectively bearish. That is my job as a trader, okay? But I don't think that's going to be the case. I do think that we will come down here. Worst case scenario is to set a higher low, test support on the ascending channel, and make our way up. Or we just base out right here. We have pretty much, almost exactly tested the previous high prior to the most short-term breakout right here. So little reversion to the mean, base out around here, go sideways for a little bit, and ultimately make our way up, which I've been expecting for the past couple of weeks now to test the top side of resistance on this beautiful, beautiful ascending channel. The longer this takes, you guys, the higher the price target gets. September 1st price target, whether we come down, test support, and then make our way up or just go up from here, I'm going to call a $56,000 Bitcoin on September 1st. Let's kick off the month of September with a bang. So, of course, we will take a look at Ether to close out the video, but first let's read through that other bullish article on Bitcoin. I did cover this actually in the Sunday Stock Watch, which of course you do get the exclusive private link to in the newsletter if you're signed up for the portfolio newsletter group. First link down below. But again, this is a bearish, this is a bullish article. So I did read a bit of this in the Sunday Stock Watch once again, and I did promise that I would read the rest of it this week. So let's do exactly that if you guys happen to catch that. Moving, just read through that because I read through the title and the little header points at the beginning. A Bitcoin BTC mining indicator that has preceded several major Bitcoin. Let's try this again. A Bitcoin mining indicator that has preceded several major BTC price rallies is flashing again. There we go. Blockchain analytics platform Glassnode spotted a golden cross between the 30-day and 60-day moving averages of Bitcoin's hash ribbon. In theory, such a crossover indicates that the price momentum is switching from negative to positive. Hash ribbons are based on Bitcoin network's hash rate. Hash ribbons are based on Bitcoin's network's hash rate behavior and are designed to tell investors when the price is due to experience upside. In simple terms, they show when Bitcoin becomes more expensive to mine relative to the base cost of mining. Miners earn less in US dollar terms during Bitcoin price corrections. So to pay for their operational costs, they sell their newly minted Bitcoin to raise capital. They also tend to shut down machines to reduce their operational costs, leading to hash rate declines in the Bitcoin network. So, as many of you guys know, as we've covered on this channel, when China did their shutdown, you saw the Bitcoin network hash rate plummet because so many miners turned off at the same time. China shut down. China was one of the largest largest contributors to the hash rate, to the hash power on the Bitcoin network in the world. They were. So when China shut off all their miners, the hash rate significantly declined, which also became more profitable for US miners, which is something we'll get to next time we talk about miners maybe. But just throwing that out. But hash rates recover later on thanks to Bitcoin's automatic difficulty readjustments that reduces the cost of mining and makes it cheaper for less efficient miners to enter the fray. In doing so, miners also accumulate coins, thereby ending the capitulation period. Therefore, hash ribbons demonstrate miners' sentimental switch from capitulation to accumulation. That provides traders a method to determine potential price bottoms in the spot market. Hash ribbons fractals predict Bitcoin bull runs. Recent history has shown that Bitcoin's prices followed the hash ribbon signals. For example, the chart below illustrates multiple instances in which a crossover between the 30-day and 60-day hash ribbon moving averages has prompted Bitcoin bull runs to pursue upside moves. For instance, the so-called supply squeeze event in December of 2020 coincided with the green-blue moving average crossover. The closing bid for Bitcoin that month was 28K, which surged to 62K on April 14th. Okay, so I'll just zoom in on this a little bit for you guys. Not going to really, we just explained this, or the author, I'm sorry, just explained this. So shout out to the author. But you guys can zoom in on this if you want. Just Google this if you want to take a closer look at this article and read through the rest of it for yourself. But again, you guys, these are those metrics behind the scenes. They're called on-chain metrics. You guys, a lot of you guys know that. But these on-chain metrics that again are very bullish and have proven to act as bullish indicators historically. Okay, so again, this is bullish. This is bullish. I'm once again bullish on BTC. My sentiment lies towards the upside way more than the bottom, the downside, I guess. I'm optimistic. I'm a bull, not a bear. You guys know that at this point. Let's talk about Ether to close out the video, okay? So, Ether, I mean, right now, textbook series of higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so let's address these higher highs and higher lows right here. The short term, Ether right here on August 19th did test overall support. This cyan line right here, this thick cyan line or this blue line is very, very significant of long-term support for Ethereum. So although Ether did break below this ascending channel, which I do think we'll reclaim, we'll get to that after this, broke below the ascending channel, went on to test support. I love to see that it tested support multiple times, proving that this is a very, very significant line of support, which it did look to be historically. So bounced off support, bounced back off, saw a real significant rebound off that significant line of support, reclaimed the previous ascending channel, stayed above it for a while, used it as resistance for a day or so, broke below it, broke back above it. So it really wants to reclaim this ascending channel, and I think it will, and I really hope it does. But the reason I think it will, just looking at the chart, higher highs, higher lows, high, low, higher high. We have technically set in a higher low right here. Probably go a little bit sideways, and it only makes sense to me, just looking at this chart, that this pattern will repeat itself, and we will see a higher high. When we do see that higher high, we will have reclaimed this ascending channel, this short, I'll call it a medium-term ascending channel, dating back to the beginning of August. So short to medium-term ascending channel, I do think that we will reclaim this with the next higher high, and at that point, I feel like we have to make our way up. Because I'm bullish on Bitcoin, Bitcoin does lead the charge for the rest of the cryptocurrency market. I think Bitcoin's going to succeed, therefore I think Ether will as well. September 1st price target for Ether. Extend that out just a little bit. There's September 1st. September 1st price target for Ethereum is going to be $3,800 to test the top line of resistance on this ascending channel. Keep in mind, you guys, this is optimistic, but as I've been saying for the entirety of this video, I'm optimistic. So let me know in the comments down below if you guys are bullish, if you guys agree with these price targets, if you guys think we're going down instead of up. But always make sure to rationalize your comments, rationalize your opinions, and let's have some constructive commentary down below. Catch you guys downstairs. Until next time, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.